Hello! So, we are kind of in the home stretch. We've got Christmas is next week, so we've got some time to get some holiday shopping done yet. But it's good to be crunch time, especially if you need things shipped. However, thankfully, a lot of things I'm going to show you today are available on Amazon, so you can, especially if you have Prime, then you can get your stuff within a couple of days. And I do have a lot of these things listed in my Amazon shop, which you can access at amazon.com/shop/DarcyAnnZ. I will put that link in the comments after I'm done. But that's an easy way to see even more recommendations that I have for kids' activities, board games, arts and crafts, and all that kind of stuff. First, I'm going to show you some stuff for kids and families, and then I do have a special gift recommendation for moms or for yourself or as a hostess gift. As you can see, my table is a little crowded, but honestly, this is not too crazy. This year we definitely have pared back on the amount of gifts that we are giving. They were very meaningful in terms of things that the kids really, really wanted, and that it wasn't just like a one-off, hey, I'm interested in this, but things that they've been requesting kind of throughout the year. And then things that they will get a lot of use out of. So my kids love to read, they love arts and crafts, they love doing activities. So I'm going to go through these. There are some of these items that I received to review, and some of them my kids have received as gifts, and some of them I have bought. So I am going to start with this right here in front of me. These action plates. My son received these as a gift from my best friend for his birthday, and both of my kids love this. I really love this, not only for boys and girls, but definitely for boys, because there's a lot of different like crafty kind of stuff that seems geared more towards girls, and these are great. This is, you're rubbing and coloring them. So there's different plates that you can mix and match for the heads and the body and things like that, and they look like superheroes. And then you do a rubbing, which gives you the outline, and then they color them in. And I should have grabbed some of their finished ones. They're kind of all over my living room, but I don't have one close enough to show you right now. But they have been loving this. It's been keeping them very busy, and it's something that they often will do in the morning if they have time before school. It's one of the things that they will do definitely on the weekends in the morning, because we don't have screen time first thing in the morning. And then it's an activity that they will often do after school or after supper. So this is great, and it's available on Amazon, or you can check like your local toy store. Fashion press. This was a birthday gift for my daughter, for my best friend, and both kids have been having fun with it. It's a little bit different than the action plates, though there are fashion plates. I did find those on Amazon as well. So they work the same way as the action plates with the rubbing, and then you've got like the outline of their outfit and all that stuff, and then you can color it in. And my daughter, she's 8. She's very much into, like, she likes drawing and coloring in fashion and style and things like that. So this was like perfect for her. So what you do with the fashion plate is it comes with some paper in it, but you can use like any scrapbooking paper or colored paper. You can even decorate your own regular paper and then put it in there, but you put it in between the plates to go through the press, which they just crank it through, and then it kind of does like a punch out kind of thing for like the shape of the blouse and the skirt and the shoes and things like that. And then so they have to finish punching it out of the paper, and then they can glue them onto, there's blank like women, so that they can put their clothes on them. And they both have a blast with this. So I would definitely recommend this, especially if you have someone on your list that is very interested in crafting stuff and they like fashion and style and not necessarily wanting to draw everything. This is a great option. I definitely have to include sharing our family game night box. So my family and I started a subscription box, a quarterly game night in a box, essentially. And this one is not, I don't have it taped closed because I have to put my personal note in there before I mail it out today. But we have a couple of boxes available right now, and we are still shipping them. We will be shipping them through the end of this week. We'll take a break over the holiday, but then we'll resume shipping as new orders come in after that. But this one is our, what's in here, and I can't show you everything because some of the stuff is a surprise. But this one is our Little Gamers box. So there are a couple of games that are perfect for younger kids, but they're games that are not going to bore you. You're going to enjoy playing these too. So in this one we have Circus Puppy, which is a dexterity game. You're stacking like cardboard puppies, and it makes it look like it's a circus, and you're like, they're doing tricks. And then Memoir, so it has these two games. Memoir, this is a fun memory game. It's not a boring memory game. We have a lot of fun playing this. And then there's a couple of other things that are included. There's 3 other items in there. So I know some people don't like having everything spoiled. They want some surprise. So I don't want to show you all those items right at this moment. But there are 3 other things included. This is available on our stayathomegamers.com site. So you can get this one, and then we also have another box called our Out of This World box that features a game called Junk Orbit, and it's perfect for kids that are like 8 and up, and adults. My husband and I really enjoy playing it. We took it along to a family game night with some friends of ours, and they enjoyed it. So we have those available, and we're still shipping for the holidays right now. So speaking of games, I have a couple other recommendations as well. Honestly, on my site and on darcyandbrian.com and on our family gaming site, stayathomegamers.com, I have a lot of different game recommendations. But I just grabbed a couple of them quick here for you. So this is Dungeon Mayhem. This one we did receive to review. It is a quick card game that takes like 10, maybe 15 minutes to play. And it's just a great introduction to the type of card game style where you're kind of having to be the last one standing and surviving. But it's so fast, so it's easy to play it multiple times. And it's, even though it's by the same company that does Dungeons and Dragons, it's not the same as a regular like role-playing type game. But it's a nice little introduction to a different play style if you haven't played any games like this. And it's affordable, it's a great stocking stuffer. So I wanted to include that. Quicks is a game that we just picked up recently. I ordered it when we did a bunch of Black Friday shopping. And it is a fun and very quick dice game. It's a great way to have the kids practice working on math, addition and subtraction, and just like, I think it's called sublimation, where they're looking at the pips on the dice and then like knowing what the numbers are quickly. Like the more often they see them, the faster they figure it out just at a glance. But they also learn probability because, you know, you can't guarantee what kind of numbers you're going to roll, as well as decision making because you have to make decisions on which numbers you're going to cross off on your sheet, and then that can impact things later on and what you have available. But our 8-year-old has definitely been enjoying this. She's actually requested it on her own to play, like asked us, like, can we play this? Instead of it just being me going, hey guys, let's play Quicks. So it's really nice that she's been requesting it. And then our 6-year-old, he will play it, but he usually only wants to play 1 round, whereas our daughter likes to play usually back-to-back 2 rounds. So this is a really great game. It's by Game Right. You might be able to find it in some of the big box stores. I can't guarantee, but I feel like some of their stuff is available there, or I know some of their stuff is, and this might be one of them. But it's definitely available on Amazon as well as on Game Right's site themselves. I think I paid like $6-ish for it. And then speaking of games, but shifting gears just a tad to video games, you may have seen the other day when I posted about my partnership with Ubisoft to share about Starlink Battle for Atlas, which we got for the Nintendo Switch. But we have already gotten some additional packs. So, so I was just going to share this quick, that, you know, if you're looking for a new video game for your kids, especially something that's a little bit step up from like overly kiddie type games, but you know, they're not ready for the more mature games, this is a great open world type game. And when I say open world, doesn't mean that everybody else has access to them. Open world games, there's just a lot of exploring that you can do, and you don't have to always be doing the direct quest or whatever that their mission. So lets them do a lot of exploring and making choices and things like that. And this one has been great. It's space themed, but it's appropriate content for their age. It's definitely appropriate for like 7 up. So it comes with like a physical ship that you connect to your controller. But you can also buy those digitally. So if you don't want to be like collecting things, you can purchase the starships and pilots and stuff digitally. But we got them some more pilots because they have been having so much fun playing it. So those are some ideas as well. And if you love retro games, which I have very fond memories of, like Pac-Man and stuff, because I started gaming when I was little in the 80s. So I got this for review as well. We have not had a chance to plug it in and play yet, but that is one of the things that we'll be doing this week. But this is from At Games, and this is just one of them. They have other ones as well, but it has retro games on it. You plug into your TV, and then you have a wireless controller, and then there's like 8 games to play. So like this one comes with Dig Dug, Galaga, Galaxian, Mappy, Pac-Man, Sky Kid, the Tower of Druaga, which I might not be saying that correctly because I'm not familiar with that one, and Xevious. But there's definitely at least half of these I remember playing when I was younger. So it's just a fun idea. I think it's like about $20. It's definitely an affordable, like, small gift. Definitely works for if you're doing some sort of fun, like, white elephant gift exchange kind of thing too. And anyone that you know that really enjoys retro games. Plus, this is a great way for us to introduce the kids to some of the games from our childhood in an easier way for them to access it. The Sprite Art Set is nice if your kids love doing different crafty stuff and you just want to offer them a different way to be creative. This is something that we did receive for review, and I actually did previously share it in an unboxing live on my page here. But one of the reasons why I want to make sure to share it again is because of how much my kids have been using it. They have been really enjoying it. There's stencils that are included so they can, spray and color those in. And it's super easy for them to use. They're basically like little markers that you stick into it and then you spray. And there are other sets so that you can get additional stencils and additional colors and things like that. And I am thinking about adding on to this for them at some point because they definitely have been using it, and it's just a fun way for them to get creative. So one of the things that we always make sure to gift our kids at the holidays are books. And so I wanted to share some book ideas with you. I did receive several of these for review. Actually, most of this stack are ones that I did receive for review. And then I have one that I had purchased for my daughter that I definitely wanted to make sure to share with you. In general, with books, I just like finding things that they're really interested in, whether it's a topic or a game or whatever, and then, finding books that pertain to that, as well as things that I want them to learn more about. books about diversity and books about kindness and friendship and things like that, as well as, you know, my son has several Minecraft books. They like activity books, sticker books, all that kind of stuff. One of these that I'm going to share with you right now is called The Unofficial Guide, Fortnite's Guide to Staying Alive. So both of my kids play, and so this is just a way for them to read a little bit more about things that are within the game and how they can use it. And it's part of it is if they really want to be trying to learn the strategy a little bit more, but also it's just kind of fun, especially if they're a little bit newer to the game. So it gives you more information, like about the loot llama and things like that. So my kids like looking through that kind of stuff because they're interested in the game. They aren't looking for like how to be the top rated person and, you know, winning solos and stuff all the time, but, you know, it's just something that's fun for them to look through. Now, this one, back to being crafty and things like that, my kids are trying to draw things more, like they're trying to be more creative in what they are doing instead of just coloring in things. So this one is a really cute book. It's How to Draw a Unicorn and Other Cute Animals. So it's fun for them to work on. Like here's an example with like how to draw an owl, panda. So it's not overly complicated things to draw. It's, you know, it's not difficult instructions for them to follow through with, and they're just cute and it just fits because both of them like to create their own little storybooks and things like that. So this is a fun thing for kids to go through and, you know, kind of expand what they are drawing if they are wanting to learn how to do different things. Because they'll ask me how to draw something and I'm not that great at drawing. And I'm like, oh. Or they'll ask me to draw it for them and I'm like, okay. And then they're like, well, that's not right. Like, thanks. Now these other ones, the other books I have in this stack that we received to check out are all essentially like graphic novels, which are, I mean, graphic novels are like really huge right now, and I think it's great because it's a very visual and engaging way for kids to, you know, develop a love for reading, especially if they aren't really wanting to sit down and read. We have found that graphic novels have been a great way to kind of get our daughter to transition from the smaller, you know, simpler early reader books, kind of like heading towards like chapter books. Of course, there's kind of like those in between easy chapter or early chapter books that are good that she likes because they do have some illustrations, larger text, that kind of thing. But she's also been really enjoying graphic novels. And our 6-year-old really likes looking through them too, because even if they can't read all the words, the pictures tell so much of what's going on, and it's just another step in their journey on learning how to read. So I'm going to share some of these with you. If your kids like Minecraft, they might enjoy this one. It does say that it's an unofficial Minecraft adventure, but this is Tales of an 8-Bit Kitten Lost in the Nether, and there's a whole book series of this, of the 8-Bit Kitten. But it looks really cute. I mean, it looks kind of thick, but I mean, there's a lot of, it's very like visual to kids. And then Big Nate Goes Bananas. There are several other Big Nate books as well. This is also, you know, definitely graphic novel, very colorful, very visually engaging. So it's a good way to get them reading. This one is Phoebe and Her Unicorn, which there's a whole series. I think this is actually book 8. It does say 8 on the side. But this is the Unicorn Theater. So this is, I mean, this came out just like a few months ago. And, you know, these are the kinds of books that my daughter is really enjoying right now. So I think they're a great option, especially especially if you do the four gifts, something you need, something to read, something to wear, and something else. I know, I forgot what it is. Something you want, something you need, something to wear, and something to read. I think that's how it goes. So if you're looking for new book ideas. And then this one is also part of a series. This is book 1, Trapped in a Video Game. So if your kids enjoy video games, but you want to make sure they're getting their reading time in, getting a book that has something to do with video games might be very interesting to them, and they might be very curious about it. And then this one actually is not really, this one is not really this one is not a graphic novel style, but it's kind of that earlier chapter book style where it's a lot bigger text. So there's a lot more white space. It's not as intimidating as the chapter books, that you and I read. And there's some illustrations and things like that. So like my daughter really likes, I don't know if you've heard of the Owl Diaries. She really enjoys those books as well. And they're like this, where the text is bigger. It's still a chapter book, but it's like a transition towards chapter books. And they have some illustrations and things like that. So, just that one. And then back to graphic novels suggestions. One of my friends, her daughter really likes this Amulet series, and I purchased, this is only the first 3 books. There's 8 books in this series, but I wanted to get my daughter started and make sure she is into this series, because sometimes, even though it might be a really good book, it might not, just might not be what they are into right now. There's a lot of great books out there, and I don't necessarily want to read all of them. So you want to make sure that you're finding what is really catching their attention. But I purchased this for her, and you can see by the graphics, like, it's very visually pleasing and engaging. There's a lot of action in these, but I'm really hoping that she gets going on this one soon, because I want to read through it. But these are the first 3 books, so I got her like a gift set of these. One of the other books that she really likes that is kind of fits into the graphic novel, early chapter book type is I should have grabbed it from her room. The Princess in Black? I think that's what it is. So, like, she likes princesses and stuff, and in this book, instead of just being like your typical princess, like, she's, like, strong and, like, superhero-ish. Not superhero-ish, but she is not just, like, girly. So she likes those, and she received several of them for her birthday, and then she reads them from her classroom. But, like, she went through, like, 4 of those books in a week. She, like, read those super fast, and she really enjoys those ones. So I should have grabbed some of those to show you. So that kind of takes me through the gift ideas for the kids. I would say our family game box, it's for kids, but I would also say it's more for the family. I feel like it's a really good, like, a family experience gift, a way to have family game nights kind of delivered to you. finding games that you might not know about, and then adding in some other little fun surprises, a little something that will be helpful if you want to put together like a themed game night, and just little fun things in there. So I feel like that's more like for the family. But I wanted to share something that is definitely great for moms, or really for any adult, or to use as a hostess gift. My friend Ashley, if you have heard of Dash of Evans, that's her site. She shares a lot of recipes and things like that. And then she created she started a new business this year called In Booze, and I wanted to share these with you. So these are drink kits. Technically, if you could use these to make something non-alcoholic, because there's no alcohol in the kits. They're like dehydrated, like fruits and herbs and things like that. So like she's got like a Bloody Mary kit, she's got a sangria kit. I also had gotten a seasonal kit. So I won 2 of them when she was doing a giveaway, and then I bought 2 additional ones to give out as gifts. So hopefully the people I'm giving them to are not watching right now. Act surprised if you are. So, I mean, these are just, they're a great gift that you can give. It's easy to give this along with, like the sangria, give this with a bottle of wine, give this with a cute wine glass. And then she's got the instructions in the back on how you just, basically you let this like infuse the alcohol so that you can have drinks. And it's great for the holidays. She also has margarita ones coming out. I think they're on pre-order right now. I will definitely be getting those. And then I think she's got, she also has an old-fashioned kit as well. I didn't get that one. I wanted to start with these. But I will have to put the link into the comments for you guys. Her shop is on Etsy. It's called In Booze. So, I mean, you would recognize the logo when you go look for it. But they're super affordable. They're great. Like I said, as a gift for your friends, a hostess gift for yourself. I mean, even if you're just like doing holiday parties, especially like with New Year's coming up quick, this is a super easy way to just have some drinks on hand for your holiday entertaining, because they're super easy to make. So that's it. I made it through everything that I had pulled out. So these were the things I definitely want to make sure to share with you this week. Oh, back to the game box quick. Now through the end of December, if you use the code SAHG5OFF, I will put this in the comments too, you'll get $5 off each box that you purchase. And then shipping is free. So just want to make sure that you are aware of that as well. So I hope you enjoy this. I hope this gave you some ideas, even if one of these are not specifically what you're getting, if it just helped spark an idea of something like, oh, I bet so-and-so would love this, or I should get this. I just really hope that this helped you out. Drop in the comments whether or not you are done with your holiday shopping. I have one more thing I have to get. Then I am officially done. All right. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you have a wonderful holiday if I don't see you before then.